Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to your daily edition of the Cricket Happening show here, and with the news that Pakistan have ended the England tour on a memorable note. As what they did today is they actually hammered the English bowling to actually win the only solitary T20, which was the last match of the Pakistan tour of England, as it ended with Pakistan hammering the English bowlers to have a 9 wicket victory in the solitary T20 match. And also, it was the first time that Pakistan had a new T20 captain, Sarfraz Ahmed. And what a proud moment for him in the very first match of his international career as a captain of the T20 team, the new captain. He has actually, in fact, Pakistan have given him a real gift here by actually winning the win. And what a way they won it! I mean, the way they won it was something which was very, very admirable. And as I said, just ending the England tour on such a hitting note was really, really good to see. So let's see what really happened. So this match was. It was a very comprehensive victory. They won the match by 9 wickets, as I would be talking about. Now, England were the ones who actually batted first. They were restricted to 135 for 7 with some very good bowling from Wahab Riaz, the man of the match, and also the other bowlers, Imad Wazim, which I'll be talking about. And then Pakistan blew them away by scoring 139 for 1, having a 9 wicket victory. And I'm told that this is the first time that Pakistan have won by 9 wickets in a T20 match. And as I said, absolutely comprehensive. Old Trafford in Manchester saw some really good cricket from the Pakistanis. And not only that, Pakistan also, the good thing was that not only the batting, the bowling was superb, and the fielding was absolutely marvelous, one could say. So let's have a look at what really happened. So the toss was actually won by England, and England decided that they will actually bat first. Well, the beginning was not bad. I mean, they were doing pretty well there with Imad Wazim, the bowler, bowling pretty tightly, and Sohail Tanvir. We had a glimpse of Sohail Tanvir coming in, and he also bowled well. As you know, he did very well in the CPL 2016, as you would remember. Mohammad Amir, but Jason Roy and Alex Hales were very equal to the task. And after winning the toss, the England openers, Jason Roy and Hales, as they have normally been doing, they once again raised a good partnership. They had already put on 56 runs for the first wicket. But that was the time the first wicket fell, and that really, really started up everything. As the opening partnership went away, the England innings also went away. As the first wicket to go was Jason Roy trying to reverse sweep the spin of Imad Wazim. As I said, Imad Wazim was very difficult to get off the square. He did a wonderful job in the Caribbean Premier League 2016, as you know. And once again, Imad Wazim showing some very good bowling skills there on a very slow pitch, one could say. And Jason Roy is forced to reverse sweep at it, and he missed it. He was LBW bowled Imad Wazim for 21 of 20 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. So that was the goner for Jason Roy. After that, we saw Alex Hales depart. Alex Hales trying to slog sweep a ball from Imad Wazim, and this was the very good bowling from Imad Wazim. Now, what Imad Wazim did here good was that he really, really throttled the English openers, and that really resulted in a dismissal. They were a bit frustrated that they were not able to get over with Imad Wazim, and Imad Wazim really deserves credit as he took both the openers' wickets, as Alex Hales lost his stumps trying a slog sweep shot of the bowling of Imad Wazim for 37 of 26 balls with 5 boundaries. After that, we saw Hassan Ali, once again a very motivated character, Hassan Ali, and he forced Joe Root to actually go and actually carve the ball through the third man region, and the third man Shoaib Malik was waiting for the catch, and Hassan Ali was joyous as Joe Root departed for 6 of just 9 deliveries. That made it 67 for 3, and after that it was Butler and Morgan in the middle, and that was the time Wahab Riaz came into the picture. Now, what Wahab Riaz did was that he was showing that extreme pace that he showed in the Test matches, and he was making batting looking a bit difficult here as Wahab Riaz started bowling in the right areas, and he was another one. After Imad Wazim, Riaz was the other one who was really making life difficult for the Englishman by throttling. In fact, Josh Butler could not really get away as Wahab Riaz was bowling excellent Yorkers, slower deliveries, was mixing it up, and Morgan, on the other hand, also was struggling. And as this partnership, already they were struggling at 67 for 3 in the 10th over, and then slowly we saw that even the boundaries were really stopped, and England had to be content with ones and twos. So tight was the bowling from Wahab Riaz. And Wahab Riaz was also ramping it up. As I said, he was bowling with some very extreme pace, and then he picked up the wicket of Josh Butler. Now this was a ball which was short and wide, which Josh Butler tried to hammer it, and it ended in the point region where Ahmed Butt, the substitute, took the catch. He was gone for 15 balls, 2 fours, which made it 93 for 4. And Morgan was the next to. Next was Stokes actually. Ben Stokes was the next one to go. He was a victim of the bowling of Hassan Ali. Babar Azam taking a wonderful catch of the bowling of Hassan Ali for 4, and then we saw the exit of Morgan was caught behind of the bowling of Wahab Riaz for 14. And that really, as I said, Wahab Riaz was all over the Englishman at the time. And then finally, there was one more wicket which went to Wahab Riaz, and this was David Willey. He was gone for 12 of as many balls. And finally, this England batting for a change really succumbed to the pressure bowling coming in from the Pakistanis, especially Wahab Riaz and Imad Wazim, as they were restricted to 135 for 7 of their 20 overs, with Moeen Ali not out on 13 of 15 deliveries, no boundary, and Plunkett was not out on not. One was probably wondering why Liam Plunkett didn't come up the order, but nevertheless, that was it, 135 for 7. Let's have a look at the bowling figures. The man of the match, Wahab Riaz, splendid bowling figures. I mean, a T20 match, he ramped up the pace. 4 overs, no made in 18 runs on 3 wickets. Splendid bowling, I thought, on a very slow wicket. And Imad Wazim, as I said, was really unplayable. 4 overs, no made in 217. Sohail Tanviri had a look at him. First 4 overs, none for 35. Amir giving away 33 runs for his 4 overs. Hassan Ali once again impressed here in the T20. 4 overs, no made in 2 for 24. And Hassan Ali seems to be a very good bowler who can adapt anywhere. And today it was Babar Azam and Hassan Ali who were actually making their respective debuts for Pakistan in T20 cricket, in T20 international matches. So it was a good debut for Hassan Ali, I thought. As far as Pakistan were concerned, the score was 135, but probably one thought that the English bowlers will probably stick to their task and see to it whether they can really fight this out, even though this was not a good score. But especially considering that it was a slow wicket, one probably thought that England might be able to do something with their range of bowlers. But today it was absolutely Pakistan's day. And what Shahjil Khan and Khalid Latif did is that they never allowed any of the English bowlers to really settle to a length, and they started the onslaught right away. And especially they were not even running between the wickets. Shahjil Khan and Khalid Latif were bashing boundaries at absolute will. Now, Shahjil Khan, we know he has been here, he played in the one-day international, but Khalid Latif has just flown in for only the solitary T20, and he really made it count here as Shahjil Khan and Khalid Latif flayed the English bowling. First, as I said, they were just dealing in boundaries, absolute boundaries, with both Shahjil Khan very strong on the leg side. He also hit a beautiful 6 of the bowling of Ben Stokes, and then he also deposited Adil Rashid twice into the leg side, over the leg side fences for 6s. So such was the power that Shahjil Khan was generating. As I said, no bowler was allowed to really settle, even though it was a small score. And Khalid Latif also showed his talent in ample measure, as both, as I said, really started giving a platform, and the platform was so big that it was a winning partnership, because they already had 107 runs for the first wicket, with Shahjil Khan and Khalid Latif actually first dealing in boundaries and then opening up in a very big manner as they started hitting 6s now of the bowlers. And the English bowling today definitely were wilting. In fact, if you look at the bowling figures, Willie 2 overs, none for 16. Jordan's 1 over. In fact, it was Shardil Khan who slammed him for 4 boundaries in a single over, and after that, Jordan never bowled. So Jordan was very costly today. Liam Plunkett also, for a change, went for runs today. 1.5 overs, no maiden, none for 24. Ben Stokes, 2 overs, cost him 20. And then we had Joe Root bowling 1 over for 10. Adil Rashid was bowled with a semblance of respectability, 1 for 29. Moeen Ali's 3 overs cost him 24. And Shardil Khan and Khalid Latif, as I said, were really bashing up the English bowlers, and they had put 107 runs for the first wicket in 11 overs. And the first wicket fell. Finally, the solitary wicket fell for Pakistan when Shardil Khan, after making a very good 59 of just 36 deliveries with some very powerful strokes that he played, after hitting 7 fours and 3 sixes in a very good knock. At the other end, Babar Azam came in and joined Khalid Latif, and Babar Azam and Khalid Latif made sure that Pakistan won't be losing any wickets before their victory, as they finished off the English target of 135 in the 14.5 overs, with Khalid Latif getting a 50 under his belt, and it was a very wonderful 50 from Khalid Latif, not out on 59 of 42 deliveries, 8 fours and 2 sixes, and Babar Azam was the one who hit the winning stroke as he finished unbeaten on 15 of 11 deliveries with 2 fours, and that was it as far as this particular match was concerned. The man of the match, Wahab Riaz, was awarded the man of the match for his splendid bowling of 3 for 18 of 4 overs. And also, the tour also ended, and I thought Pakistan had a very good tour here. I mean, they ended off the tour on a brilliant note here, as they won the match. Wahab Riaz taking the man of the match award. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that's it as far as today's Cricket Happening show is concerned. Hope you all loved it, but one thing I can say here, that Pakistan definitely deserved to win, because they started everything right away on a very slow wicket. They bowled the right deliveries, and the bowling was good. It was backed up by some brilliant fielding from the Pakistanis, and then in the batting, the openers came in and started bludgeoning the English bowlers to actually give them a very good victory. And I'm sure they would be sitting on the flight to go back to Pakistan in a very leisurely and comfortable manner, as Mickey Arthur would also have been very happy with the way Pakistan performed today. They outplayed England in all the 3 departments of the game, and got themselves a victory just before they leave England for Pakistan. Well, dear fans and subscribers, hope you all enjoyed this cricket broadcast of mine today. Hope to see you all tomorrow on my next cricket broadcast. Till such time, it's your host Ram saying good night.